Okay, in this video we're going to look at upgrading our Starlink system to the new Starlink Mini. So we're going to show you what's involved in it, what you get in the box, what accessories there might be, and yeah, we'll go through that. So stick with us and roll intro. Alright, well, those of you that followed us for a while will know that we at home where we live, the only internet service we can get that's reliable has been Starlink.
Yeah.
And we've tried other satellite internet services. Phone service is pretty crap. Starlink seems to work. Now when we were travelling and going on any longer trips, we were taking our Starlink with us, weren't we? But we've got the Gen2, which is the motorised dish, and it's pretty cumbersome.
Yeah, and plus if anyone comes to look after the dogs, it means that they're left without internet because we have to take it with us.
Yeah, so that means home's got no internet. Plus the fact we've got it on a residential plan, which basically means that we can't pick a different location. So what we have to do is, when we choose to take it with us, we have to switch it to a roam plan, and then when we come back, put back to residential.
But then it's only best effort, isn't it? It's not going to go back to peak service that we were having.
No, it is. If you go back to residential, it is, yeah. So we still get maximum service, but the problem you get is if the area becomes oversubscribed, you may not be able to go back to residential, in which case then Tanya's quite right, you'd end up with best effort service on our own. And the fact that it was 240 volts, so we didn't want to mess around with cutting the lead because we use it at home, just made life a little bit more complicated having to run an inverter. So we've bitten the bullet, haven't we?
Well, I saw a special offer.
Tanya's a little impulsive at times.
Well, I thought about it for a while, and I did say I was going to get it towards the end of January. However, the offer was for roaming for 50 gig a month for $50 rather than $80. Now, I don't think 50 gigs will last us a whole month. However,
a couple of days probably.
We've got to give it a go, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and we just end up paying the $190 odd they want now, but on top of the $139 we pay a month at home.
Yeah,
but
it's only when we're travelling. We can pause the service when we're not travelling, so we're only paying for it while we're travelling. 50 gigs never going to be enough for us. We're quite heavy users, but it was a good offer because we're on a residential plan. We got the offer because we've already got Starlink. So anyway, we ordered the Starlink. We ordered a pole mount, which was a bit stupid really, and I'll show you why. And we ordered the 12 volt USB-C adapter so it can run from a cigar lighter socket. So it has arrived. I'm just going to show you the unboxing of it. We've already opened it and had a look, but just to show you what you get on the Mini.
Just so you don't make the same mistake we did.
So then I will put it up on a pole. Now, I'm not sure with Mount Franklin whether it will work particularly well here, but this is probably a really good place to test it. And the reason I say that is we are inside a volcanic crater, and there's tall
a lot
trees.
Of tree cover.
Yeah, I mean, the back of the caravan is completely obscured by trees. So if that way is north, we're going to be in trouble. And I don't know. I know that that's southeast, so it's not north. It should be kind of this way. There's a lot of trees. Anyway, we'll see. Let's just show you what you get for your money. Okay. So, opening it up. There we go. So this is the Mini. Comes with like your normal run-of-the-mill plastic protector or cardboard protector. So that's the Mini. Comes with a little kickstand on the back. Now, from what I've heard, these don't do very well on the ground. They're also quite light, so I wouldn't want to rely on them on the roof of your van without being tied down. We have also ordered the Emotion roof rack mount for the car, so when we're travelling we'll be able to have this mounted to the roof rails on the Ranger, and we should have internet while we're moving.
It just means that if anything happened untoward, we've got contact with the outside world.
And Wikicams. It basically means that Wikicams will be live all the time, and any of those of you that use Wikicams will know that they've made a complete pig's ear really of the actual app. But it means that we'll be able to get live internet while we're travelling. So that's the Mini. Now the difference between the Mini and the regular Gen 2, if you like, is the fact that the Gen 2 has a router. The Mini, the router's built into the dish. So all you have with the Mini is the Mini. Thank you, darling. The cable, which is just one cable on this one, so there's no extra cables. With the Gen 2 there's two cables, a power lead and then this. This one's just got this lead.
However, we can still use the bigger lead, the longer lead that we bought as well if we needed it.
No, you can't.
Can't?
No, it's totally different. So no, you can't. This is a totally different lead. So this one is much thinner than the standard. Like the actual thickness of the lead is much thinner. You get a 240 volt adapter, which the lead plugs into just here. So that's a 240 volt adapter if you want to run it on the mains. And you get this.
Your pole mount.
It's a pole mount. So I've got two of these. So if anyone needs a pole mount, give us a shout. So that's what you get in the basic kit. I will set it up shortly and show you it all set up, and we'll see where we get a service on it. So if I could take that one back. We've also got there and there. Now this is the 12 volt adapter. So again, this comes with its own USB-C lead. So the advantage of using the Starlink adapter is the fact that the lead, where it plugs into the Starlink unit, has got like a grommet built onto it, and that makes it IP rated, so it's waterproof for outside. If you change the lead, because it's like just a normal jack plug to a USB-C, and if you can buy aftermarket leads, but they don't come with this grommet, which basically means if your Starlink is out in the wet, you could have a problem. So just be aware of that. I think this was about $100, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it was about $100. And then it comes with this bit, which is your cigar lighter socket adapter with your USB-C outlet on it. And should just need to plug that in the van, and yeah, no inverter needed, and full internet. So there we go. Should we get it out and do it? Want to activate it? Yeah. I'll get my pole out. Tiny likes that. So just want to see how secure this looks on here. This is actually the pole that we use on our Gen 2 dish.
We haven't tried it before, so
This is the first, yeah.
it could all go swimmingly or all go wrong.
Oh, it looks pretty good. Looks like it's got it. So
need the spanner?
Oh, it's getting away.
Oops. Do you need the spanner?
Well, I will do when I get around to it. Oh, come on. That's right. Oh, come on. I will say, the bracket, maybe I'm doing something wrong, but the bracket's quite difficult to get on the back of the Mini. I'll take that off first, slide this on first. Yeah, I've got to push on it nice and square on the edges. Goes in alright then. And I think, yeah, so looks like you need to plug it in first as well. So through the mount first, then into your socket, and now if I got it right, it should just slide home. There we go. All good like that. Now we can put this up on here. Make sure it's level. Come on. Nice and tight. That's good. I'll pass it to you through the window. Okay. You get a 2-plug adapter tomorrow for the fridge. We'll just get a 2-plug adapter for that. Like the other one. You go soon too. Have you got it plugged in the right thing? Okay, so finally we found somewhere to plug it in. Unfortunately we've got our fridge plugged into the rear 12-volt outlet, so I will get a double adapter for that. Now what we're going to do, we're just connecting to it with our app. Okay, so on your app, as you can see, we've got two, the residential and the roam, so we need to connect to this one. So what does it say? The Starlink app can't reach your Starlink, connect to Starlink Wi-Fi. Okay.
Just a thing, Richard. Just a thing.
What?
I plugged it into where the TV would normally go, because that's the cigar socket.
Oh, there's one there as well, is there? So you've plugged the fridge in there, or the Starlink?
No, I've plugged the Starlink into it.
Okay. So we need to just find it on Wi-Fi. And there we go, we've got Starlink. Okay, no internet connection at this stage. Back to Starlink. Okay. So there is a little blue light on the base of the Starlink unit that's flashing at the moment. So we know it's got power. I'll bring you across so you can have a look. Let's see if I can blow. I don't know if you can see it. Not with this lens, I can't. Hopefully you can see that little blue light flashing there. Anyway. Okay. Calculating orientation. Starlink is talking satellites to determine which way it's pointing.
Is it pointing south or not?
South will be kind of that way from. It's supposed to point north.
Where is it?
Yeah. Do something like that. It's calculating orientation at the moment. Oh, yeah, of course. North is right there. So that's a problem, isn't it? I'll show you which way's north. That's north, right there. So if this works, it'll be a miracle. An absolute miracle it will be. Getting online has taken longer than usual. Make sure Starlink has a completely clear view of the sky. It doesn't.
No.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to get any internet here. Anyway. Says it's downloading a software update.
Okay.
Don't know how.
Maybe because of our Telstra dongle. Just let it do what it's got to do.
Anyway, we'll see what happens with it. Probably the worst possible place we could have come to try and work it for the first time.
If it works, that's great, because it's the worst possible place we could try it for the first time.
It doesn't get much worse, to be fair. And we don't really need Starlink here because we got 4G.
Yeah, but it's still a bit shonky. Tried to watch Netflix the other day and it was in and out.
That was the battery.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, we had a flat battery in our what's it called?
Nighthawk?
Nighthawk, yeah. So I took the battery out and ran it straight off of the caravan, and it worked. It seemed to work alright after that. Anyway, that's how far we are. So it's showing that we're calculating orientation. The bar's almost at the end, so we'll see what it comes back with. It may come back with unable to connect. I shouldn't think I'll be seeing many satellites from which way it's pointing.
You kind of see a bit of sky up there.
Yeah, a tiny little gap. You get a satellite go across through the gap and that'll be it. We did have something similar with our Gen2 when we were in South Australia. Do you remember we parked right under that tree? And then
it just wouldn't work.
It did work, but it was very broken up. We didn't have a very good signal.
Well, $50 for an experiment is all good.
Yeah. And really, to be fair, Mount Franklin is probably one of those places where you're not going to get many areas to camp that would be good for Starlink. But we've probably picked the biggest Californian redwood tree and parked just under it. So, yeah. Well, it may take a few. Oh, hang on. There we go. Online. Okay. That's what we get into the internet.
Is that good or bad?
Better than home. 100 and, well, we're getting 94 megabits per second. So that's Starlink to the internet, 94 megabits per second. That's on a download. Obviously our device to Starlink, so this is my phone to Starlink. We're getting up 220 megabits per second, which obviously we should do because it's just there, and that's the Wi-Fi.
Not bad, considering we've got...
We'll see what it's like watching a movie tonight in bed. So that's download. So that's your, I don't know if you can see that, that's your download. Upload's going to be very slow. Okay. So upload at the moment, I don't know if you can see the screen there. That's better than home as well. 41 megabits per second upload. That's Starlink to internet. It's dropping.
34.
Still better than home.
Maybe that's a cunning plan. Make everyone pay for roaming and then you get good speeds.
Well, obviously the device is always going to be good. Well, I'm absolutely gobsmacked that we're getting that. Yeah, I'm absolutely gobsmacked.
So now looking forward to our trip away.
Yeah, and the software update is doing alright as well. So 42% software update. And it's very neat. It's a lot neater than the other one.
Yeah, easy to carry.
Yeah.
Less cumbersome.
It'd be nice when it's on the roof of the car.
Yeah.
That'll
less
be
stuff to worry about.
Yeah. Yeah. Once it's on the roof of the car, we can plug it into the rear 12-volt outlet in the back of the Ranger. So the one between the back seats. Run it out of one of the back windows, and yeah, we'll have internet all the time, which will be good.
Fabulous.
But yeah, I think we'll probably, for our trip away, we'll probably have to upgrade to unlimited. And then we'll just cancel, well, we won't cancel it, we'll pause it when we get back, and we'll only use it when we're on a bigger trip.
Yeah.
Or if we're away for a week or more, we'll use it. But yeah, she's downloading quite quickly now. So 60%, 61%. She's going all right. So there we are. Starlink
Awesome.
Mini.
Exciting.
So far, the jury is.
Yep.
It's good. It's much smaller. It's a lot less grief once it's set up. What are you doing?
I'm going. And it bodes well for when we do eventually do our lap.
Yeah.
As well.
And I'll see if I can pan back and get a good picture of the tree that we're facing, just so you get an idea that this is working and where we are. Hang on. Oh, there you go. There you have it. That's there. Good morning. So it's the day before Australia Day. We've done breakfast. No, Australia Day is tomorrow. Yeah, it's the public holiday that's Monday. So it's filled out quite a bit in here. Done a few chores this morning, filled the water tank up, fitted the Starlink mount to the roof of the Ranger. The Starlink has worked really well here. It's been working fine. I did make a bit of a mistake with the original putting it up, that I faced it north, and of course it's south, which means that it wasn't pointing towards that big tree. It was pointing in the opposite direction, which gave us a little bit of a window, but the Starlink's been working fine. I'm going to turn the camera in and show you how full it is in here now. Okay. Tiny busy on our phone.
Still trying to get these three things on TV.
Still, yeah, good luck with that. It's never really free for TV, darling.
No.
And as you can see, it's pretty busy here now. Fair amount of people. So I'm just going to show you the mount that I've put on the roof for Starlink on the Ranger. So this will be the mount that we'll use for when we're using it in motion. So this is it here, and it's on there good and tight. Just to cut, it's actually feels like it's die cast, quite strong, and just two little thumb screws there, and then the Starlink slips on that way. Wiring will come out here, and we'll just tuck the wiring through the window here and run it to one of the cigarette sockets, and that should give us internet whilst on the move. And there's your Starlink just there on the back of the caravan, and you can see it is still pointing, so it's pointing the direction I'm showing you. There is a tree directly in front of it, but it's not as big as the other one. But yeah, it just goes to show it's pretty versatile. It's pretty versatile even with tree coverage. Got another Starlink in here. This is from my mother-in-law. She's ordered one as well. And some accessories for the roof of her camper. So she's going to be going the same way. So summing up, Starlink Mini. Is it worth getting? If you're travelling full-time and you want reliable internet access, then yes, it is. If you've got Starlink Gen2, is it worth the upgrade? Yes, it is. If you're using it for travelling and you want to be carrying a much smaller unit that gives you the same performance figures, yes, it's definitely worth it. Plus the fact with the Mini you can use it whilst in motion. So yeah, the answer is yes to all of the above. We're very impressed with it. Anyway, that's it from us. Please, if you're enjoying the content we're putting out, if you'd give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Every little helps, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.